away from the hustle and bustle of a traditional New Year celebration, where champagne is being popped and there are fireworks around every corner. In a small rural area, there is the Amish community, almost frozen in time. Imagine celebrating New Year's without any cell phones, fireworks, or even television. Well, that's how the Amish do it. In their own unique manner, they not only live in a way that honors their faith, but also hold the key to an enduring lifestyle that can be used as a means of survival even in the most difficult times. From their exceptional food preservation skills to their off-the-grid resourcefulness, they don't just live a simple life, but also a smart one. And guess what? Be it a time of crisis or celebration, this civilization, with its centuries-old way of life, is just as equipped as us, if not more. The Amish community is rooted back to the 16th century Protestant Reformation, who have quite a simple lifestyle. Due to this way of life, their celebrations are also quite minimal, focusing on things like gratitude rather than extravagance. It reflects upon their belief in doing things together and enjoying the simple things as opposed to making it a big spectacle. They believe in finding happiness in and celebrating things like a successful harvest or time spent with a loved one. Stick around to find out about how the Amish people choose to celebrate their New Year's, away from all the noise and chaos. Before we get into the Amish traditions during New Year's, let's quickly take a look at the Amish Christmases, which brings together the family to celebrate a joyous occasion. Some parts of the community celebrate just like everyone, on the 25th of December, whereas other parts of the community celebrate Christmas on January the 6th. The celebrations on December 25th are similar to German traditions, where the families place candles around their home, send out holiday cards, hang stars, and increase the greenery everywhere. While there are no extravagant lights or setting up of the Christmas tree, the Amish family bakes some delicious Christmas cookies, ones you can smell from afar as well. Moreover, the children indulge in gift exchanges on the last day of school. Most of these gifts include practical items that the children can use, such as writing paper or needlepoint kits. On the day of, the Amish people will usually opt to celebrate by meditating and reading the scripture, while on the 26th, the families and friends gather together to exchange gifts and enjoy a good meal. The gifts given by the Amish families don't include anything lavish either. It is mostly just stamped Christmas cards where the children make the stamps. If anything, they also exchange practical gifts, like the ladies give out lotions from local brands or tools for men. The children put together a Christmas program where they sing songs, recite poems, and perform skits. While performing isn't encouraged in the Amish community, this program is only attended by the family, neighbors, or non-Amish families that are personally invited. No other spectator is allowed to visit these programs. No matter how simple and subtle your celebration may be, it is incomplete without a feast. It is quite similar to what non-Amish people eat during Christmas, which is turkey, mashed potatoes, stuffing, and gravy, a feast that many people look forward to. Furthermore, it is also a butchering time during the season. There are a lot of fresh sausages available. Another staple item that is again consumed by non-Amish people during the holidays as well is pies. Be it apple pie, cranberry pie, or pumpkin pie, the Amish love their pies too. Another thing that they do is sing Christmas carols, where youth groups in the community would go from door to door and sing Christmas carols. For example, they go to a nearby nursing home and spend a few hours with the elderly, singing songs and exchanging gift buckets full of fruits and essential items. The Christmas that is celebrated on January the 6th is much different than the one mentioned before. The reasoning behind celebrating Christmas almost 10 days later is that according to the Julian calendar, Jesus was born on January the 6th, and the date was changed when the Gregorian calendar was introduced. This Christmas day is spent in a rather quiet and solemn manner, where the day starts with a fast, which is broken by a huge traditional Christmas-style feast. There are also some gift exchanges allowed. Nothing too fancy, and the main focus of the day is to reflect, be grateful for the blessings that have come in the previous year, and hope for a better year ahead. While the December 25th Christmas is more celebratory, this Christmas showcases families coming together in a subtle and quiet manner. While the entire world goes out to celebrate with glittering hats and champagne while watching the fireworks to bring in the new year, some Amish people treat it like any other night, going to bed at their usual time. However, there are others in the community who stay up and wait for the clock to strike 12. They don't really celebrate this much, There are no parties or any sort of entertainment. It's more just them going to bed once it's midnight. Although the consumption of alcohol is discouraged, even the Amish community is not safe from the rebelliousness of teenagers who want to do things their own way. While most of the community either sleeps or quietly rings in the new year, these teens will sneak out in the night for a celebration of their own, consisting of driving around on a horse or buggy while having a bootlegged version of beer or liquor. For the Amish community, the main celebration begins on New Year's Day itself. Since it isn't categorized as a holy day, they don't have to go to church or perform any religious duties like fasting. It is a day when they are merely free of any chores or responsibilities. However, some Amish men, specifically those under the age of 21, might use the holiday as an opportunity to work. The main reason for this is the fact that any man who isn't yet married or is under 21 has to give any money he earns to his family, except on New Year's Day. Any money that they earn, they get to keep it for themselves. In Amish communities, since the family-centered culture is given a high level of significance, children as they grow older are expected to contribute to the family's well-being. This expectation comes especially for the men in the family who are supposed to give their earnings in order to support their siblings, parents, and the overall household. This understood practice allows for the larger families to be able to sustain themselves in times of need. This investment doesn't go in vain for the young men because in exchange for their contribution, the parents help the young men in financing their own home or farm or even help them set up a business once they're ready to settle down and get married. Furthermore, the main event of the day is the food, as everyone gathers to enjoy the delicious pork and sauerkraut feast, a tradition they brought with them when they migrated to the US. This tradition began back in Germany because locals there believed that if you ate pork as you entered in the new year, there was a guarantee that it would bring you good luck. A further reason for this logic states that, as opposed to chickens and turkeys who scratch behind when they eat, pigs root forwards to eat, which signifies moving ahead into the new year. By this logic, the families eating pork showcase a way of them proceeding into a wealthier and more successful upcoming year. Moreover, the significance of consuming sauerkraut is that the pieces of cabbage are used to represent the amount of money they would accumulate in the coming year. Traditionally, the color green is considered a symbol of wealth and is the color of money, and since cabbage is also green, their logic was to put two and two together to represent good fortune in the new year if you consume sauerkraut. Moreover, there is also a practical reason for this, which is that Amish people ferment barrels of cabbage so they can consume it during the wintertime when the harvest is barren. Due to this reason, they use the meats and vegetables they've preserved to prepare the holiday feast. Another thing you will commonly find on the dinner table at an Amish New Year celebration is chunky applesauce and mashed potatoes. After enjoying a hearty meal, the community will gather together and sing praises to God. This typically includes singing the Amish New Year's song, also known as New Jaar's Lied, which is sung in Pennsylvania Dutch, a language that combines a dialect of German with some English. The adults and children go from door to door singing this song, extending blessings for the new year. The main themes of the song reflect on praising God and offering well wishes to the people, hoping for a year full of goodness in your lives and homes. They also engage in fun activities like playing some games, which not only entertains the kids, but also allows the adults to bring out their inner child, resulting in an exciting day for everyone. This shows that one doesn't need tech gadgets or fireworks to make memories. Simple things like enjoying traditional games are enough to create everlasting memories. The New Year's Day also calls for a bit of reflection on the year that has passed, as some families read the Bible together. This doesn't just reflect on their religious practice, but also an acknowledgement of their values and traditions. The community also expresses gratitude for the blessings they received in the past year and sets new goals and intentions for the upcoming year. Unlike many people who wish for self-improvement and focus on ambitious goals for themselves as resolutions, the Amish people believe in having resolutions that focus on promoting a sense of community, strengthening family bonds, and growing faith. Some men also go out rabbit hunting on New Year's Day. Overall, the Amish community chooses a fairly simple approach when it comes to a New Year celebration. No big spectacle, just a nice day filled with gratitude and good food. Since there are younger children, the day starts early and ends early as well. Now the question is, what lessons can we take away from the Amish people? This goes beyond just enjoying New Year's in a unique way. It involves reconsidering the way of life. The Amish place high importance on connection, sustainability, and simplicity, values that a lot of us have forgotten in this technologically advanced and fast-paced society. Perhaps we can implement a method or two from them, such as preserving food, or just disconnecting for a day and spending time with the ones that we care about. One doesn't have to fully follow their way of life and become Amish in order to understand their wisdom. Maybe we can all learn from the Amish entering the new year to slow down, be grateful for what we have, and also be prepared for what lies ahead. It shows us that sometimes the old ways are the best ways. With that note, we end today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a like, and please subscribe to our channel for more such content. Let us know in the comments below what you think of the Amish community celebrations. Would you implement any of these practices?